What a Wednesday night with AEW and NXT producing absolutely great matches. First, I'm going to talk about the AEW, what happened on there, what's new, and all that. Then I will talk about NXT. Now, starting off AEW, we had Cody Rhodes taking on Sonny Kiss for the TNT Championship. Now, it's a good match. Like, same matches that, Cody's been having for a few weeks now. But I came to the realization today, like their crowd at the AEW tonight, once Sonny Kiss, had some momentum, everyone was cheering them and not really cheering Cody. And hasn't happened just for this time. It's happened for a good year now, since AEW actually started. Cody, they're obviously trying to put him as the most patriotic American babyface that they have there. But just when you watch him wrestle, when he versus a heel, everyone goes to Cody. But when it's another babyface and it's Cody taking on the babyface, people tend to forget Cody and they're like, oh, we're not really liking him that much. We like the other babyface, just like Cena, with Sonny Kiss. And there's always in the back of my mind, when they're going to turn him heel, because it's a matter of time when Cody turns heel. And I think it's going to be sooner rather than later, actually. When a full attendance crowd comes back, I reckon Cody might actually be turning heel anytime soon. But anyways, overall, that was a really good match. Then after that, we had the Lucha Bros taking on FTR. And, it was a good match. A lot of, great moves, a few botches here and there. But at the end, we had the Lucha Bros, Ray Phoenix, his mask got taken off by one of the FTR members. I think it was Dax. And, he covered his face. He got pinned 1, 2, 3. And then after that, the commentators they spoke about how in Mexico, that's actually a straightaway disqualification, whoever takes another opponent's mask. And I really like that they added that in. So it's not just he just lost because he got his mask taken off. So that was pretty cool to hear that and and why he covered it and how it should have been actually their win instead of FTR's, and also it still makes both teams look strong. So I really like that. Then after that we had the Butcher and the Blade. They get double teamed by the Young Bucks, and then they take the cars of the car that they stole from FTR, the pickup truck. Then they're coming back to the ring, gonna give him the keys. Then Kenny Omega comes out, with beer, and he also gives that to FTR, and he's like, oh, here you go, guys. This one's on me. And FTR actually get the beer, and they actually pour it all over his face, all over Kenny's face, and Kenny gets absolutely livid. Good to see something like that happen. Then after that, we get Chris Jericho and the Inner Circle coming out without Sammy Guevara, and he talks about Orange Cassidy, and he talks about how he beat him and how he's better than him, and all of that. And then Orange Cassidy comes out, gives him a bit of a thumb up, and actually Orange just falls down in the ring and gets all of them covered. It was pretty funny. Santana, he's on the floor riding about. Jericho goes, "Get up, you stupid idiot!" Absolutely funny to see. Then Chris, he calls for a towel, gets a towel, wipes his face. Then when he opens it, it's actually a portrait of Orange Cassidy. Good to see. It's good to see that they're putting a bit of humor in this, even though both people are looking strong. Don't know how they're doing it, but both people are still looking strong, even though they're putting humor in it. So it's pretty cool to see. Then after that, we had the Jurassic Express taking on the Elite. Kenny was still fuming from before. Pretty decent match. Good to watch. But yeah, so the Elite get the win there. Then after that, we have the Nightmare Sisters taking on Kenzie Page and MJ Jenkins. And, quick match. Nightmare Sisters get the win. You still see how Randy Rhodes and the blonde chick, I forgot her name just now, how they're, starting to become a team. Then we had Nyla Rose coming out, and she debuts a new manager in AEW, and it's Vicky Guerrero, and Vicky Guerrero puts the women on notice. Pretty cool to see, Vicky coming back and becoming a manager like that. It's actually best suited for her. If she was in WWE now, they'll probably do the same with her as well, like that. Then we had for the AEW Championship, we got John Moxley taking on Brian Cage, and decent match. Um, you know, decent match. John gets the win, and that's about it. Not too much about that main event, but onto the NXT. Now, starting off NXT, we had Keith Lee coming out, and he was like, congratulating himself, saying how he deserves it, how he wants to thank everyone, and if anyone else did this in WWE, it would have been a disaster. But Keith Lee came out, put a smile on his face. It was absolutely great. Then he actually talks about how there's some people that influenced him, like his former trainer who passed away recently, Tim Brooks. He also, says how he wants to thank Dominik Dijakovic, and how he was an influence and all that. And he actually says he wants to challenge him, and then they make that match for tonight. Dijakovic taking on Keith Lee for the NXT and for the NXT Championship and the North American Championship. So that was pretty cool to see. Even though we've seen them I think they've wrestled 6 times. They've wrestled 6 times with each other in this past 2020. Bit too much, but still good to see something like that. Then we get the next match: Damian Priest taking on Cameron Grimes, and Priest wins, and he wins very viciously as well. You can just see now, like, people are starting to get behind, Damian Priest, and starting to like what he's doing. It was really cool to see him, to actually see him, viciously wrestle like that, getting the win against Cameron Grimes, who Cameron Grimes is, saying how he's still undefeated, no one's booting him and stuff. So Damian gets the pin, so that's a pretty huge victory for him. He sets his sight on Keith Lee again. So yeah, we'll see what happens with that. Then we had Shotzi Blackheart taking on Indy Hartwell. Decent match. Indy gets the win with interference from the Robert Snow brand. Nothing more about that. There's going to probably be a feud with Shotzi Blackheart and all of that. Then we had the Dominic and Keith Lee match. Keith wins. And after that, Scarlett comes out and she puts a broken clock, in the ring so that Keith Lee can see. So it's a sign that his time is up because Karrion Kross is coming for him. Pretty cool. Then we had a quick match with Timothy Thatcher taking on Danger Net. Thatcher gets the win with a single leg Boston Crab. Absolutely love that move, Boston Crab. But yeah, that was a quick, easy match like that. Then we come to our main event and we get Tegan Nox. We get Tegan Nox taking on Io Shirai. And, that was decent. That was actually a decent battle, to be honest. It's Io's first what's it called? First title defense since winning the title. She actually looks strong, gets the win. Great match. Dakota Kai comes out after, takes out Io Shirai. So it was pretty cool to see. Thanks for listening, guys.